In 2017 was my first sectioning, and shortly after my diagnosis of psychosis, we had some difficult family incidents, and that's what kind of sparked the spiral. For a good 3-4 years, I really struggled to cope. I remember kind of thinking about some of these things and how unbelievably off the wall it all felt. The hallucinations, the voice hearing. I ended up having to have a second sectioning. I had a really wonderful old housemate and good friend who stayed with me the whole night that I was in the A&E. We don't really talk that much anymore, and it's very sad. It's really sad because she had to deal with it all at the worst. I moved to Sydney House in 2022. When I arrived, I felt quite emotional. As much as there was relief, it was also just kind of like, I need a break. Being at Sydney House has had a massive impact on my mental health. It's the first time in, let's say, 7 years since my first diagnosis that I've truly been able to relax, truly been able to take stock of things and actually be okay with the fact that I've needed this rest. Staff have been fantastic here. They always try to allocate you at least 2-3 times a week that you just sit down and chill out with them, have a coffee, go for a walk, do something that gives you that tiny bit of structure and also just helps them make sure they're doing everything they can for you. At certain times I've needed more care. When I first moved in, I was on crutches, and so I would be able to sit and do prep in the kitchen, but actually to have someone over the stove making sure nothing burns, it made all the difference, you know, especially when you're in those more fragile and recovering stages. The wonderful joy of being in somewhere like Sydney House is actually, yeah, you are at home. I enjoy the gym, I enjoy painting, I like to draw. To have those things on offer is fantastic. It's head and shoulders above being in a psychiatric hospital. People come here and they're questioning their own mental health, they're questioning their own autonomy and what they're able to do. You know, they need confidence building and they need things that challenge them, but also make them feel safe. That kind of cocktail together has been fantastic for kind of helping me build myself back up. The experience here has been invaluable. I still have kind of certain symptoms that years back I would have really struggled with them, and now what's so nice is that I actually have got the armour to kind of feel like I'm getting through it. They don't hurt, they don't feel anywhere near as difficult as they used to, and I feel far more capable. And I think that's something that Sydney House has helped provide me with. This service has made me feel really hopeful. I am turning a page, I am improving, and I have far more assuredness and kind of contentment, I guess, at the end of the day with like where I am and how the future looks and feels.